All power to the people. As everyone knows, I'm Paul Birdsong. I got a message from Aaron Dixon today saying that he no longer supports us. That after he gave me orders to make a video saying that him and other members were coming, that he withdrew his support. That he said that this situation is unimportant to him, even though my comrades have risked their lives and spent thousands of hours of their time and dollars and life standing behind a cause. He said he's going to make a statement saying no one has the right to call himself a Black Panther going forward. I told him to make sure that he put in that statement that he did in fact give us the right to call ourselves that, because I still have the messages where he did, just in case he doesn't. And I put in there also, make sure that you put in there that Emory Douglas did give us the right to wear that emblem, because I still have the messages where that happened too. But as it stands, because of that, because of me and my comrades risking our lives and all the heat that we went under, because of the counter-revolutionary practices, because we don't believe in black nationalism, like Bobby Seale said in the video that I shared on my page earlier, that black nationalism is acquiesce to racism, and that we don't stand like that we're internationalists and intercommunalists, just like Huey Newton said. We will no longer identify with this flag. We will no longer identify ourselves as the Black Panther Party for self-defense. We're going to take OG from the town's advice. We're going to take the name that he decided to put out there. We're going to call ourselves the Black Lion Party for International Solidarity. Reason for the international solidarity is because we will stand with the immigrants. We will stand with the people being terrorized for ICE. We will stand with any oppressed people across the world. We will keep feeding every single day, keep offering food every single day. We will keep patrolling the community with guns. We will keep stopping drug dealers, keep stopping sex traffickers. We will keep stopping police brutality. This little plaque that I got, it says Paul Birdsong, and as a Panther, it says since 2020. I don't regret the work that I've done, because it's brought me to this point. But going forward, these Panther patches will no longer be on my uniforms. Me and my comrades stand independent. We are willing to work with any organization that stands for the rights of every living person. Any organization that stands against imperialism, attacking immigrants. Now, if you're out here raping people and killing people and selling drugs and different stuff like that, yeah, deport them. But those people out there that are just working hard, trying to provide for their families, trying to escape the guerrilla warfare and the cartel warfare that's happening in their countries, to come for that promise of the American dream that the United States of America Incorporated lies about, we feel that they shouldn't be bothered, and we're willing to stand beside them to ensure that they're not. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Oh, January 31st, you can still come out. We're willing to sit down and talk about solidarity, sit down and talk about unification, sit down and talk about continuing to work, because ain't nothing stopping this way. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Now, would it be crazy if I said that COINTELPRO striked again? See, this is exactly what they want. They want for groups to get confused and misdirected. And, they want for groups to separate so that the groups don't even focus on the real enemy anymore. They focus on targeting themselves. And that's exactly what they accomplished here. It's unfortunate that he had to drop his flag and, he went off to start something new, because at the end of the day, it's like these guys have put in a lot of work, carrying that torch for the Black Panthers by giving back to their community, feeding people, clothing people, educating people, standing up to the corrupt police, willing to stand up to the government. They've been doing everything that a Black Panther should be doing. The fact that they have to sit here and now start up a whole new thing, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's probably the best thing that they could do, because now people can't say, oh yeah, these guys are cosplaying as Black Panthers, or oh, these guys are informants or agents or things like that. I look at it kind of like an employer-employee situation. Instead of working for somebody for the rest of your life and building their dreams, you can start your own shit, build your own dreams, and create your own legacy. Now, one thing I will point out that I do like is I like the fact that they're willing to fight for all oppressed people. And, I do think that the primary focus for people, obviously, in the Black community should be Black people. But I also think that you should be willing to help fight for other oppressed groups of people, because we know exactly what oppression is in America as Black people. So we should be willing to help other oppressed people get away from oppression. And I just hate the fact that you have some people that think that when it comes to ICE, Black people should just, oh, sit this one out. This is not our fight. When I've seen several black people get targeted by ICE. So it is our fight.
I spoke to one woman who actually lives in this building, and she says she was detained by ICE agents overnight, and she says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher says she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She says she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen-at video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Neighbors tell us there were dozens of ICE agents. Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying, people was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. That's all I kept asking. Where's the morality? Where's the human? One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Watson says budget trucks and military-style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it, cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
In one distressing scene, a baby hospitalized after a family's car was hit with tear gas, according to the Minneapolis Office of Community Safety. The agency saying the 6-month-old had difficulty breathing.
The ICE agents came forward and they were lined up with their mace.
The Jackson family says they were driving home from their son's basketball game. The gas grenades setting off the airbags in the car, trapping them inside. Bystanders opening the doors. That's when the family says the baby wasn't breathing.
Having to get my baby mouth to mouth and people pouring milk all over my other kids. I thought I was dying, honestly. And the way I felt, I could imagine how my kids felt because I'm a full-blown grown adult, so I just knew that it was even worse for them.
We've reached out to DHS for comment on the incident.
He's a citizen! He's a citizen!
A takedown by immigration officers recorded outside a Walgreens store as loved ones pleaded for his release.
You don't know what's going on, so get the back.
It happened after federal agents were seen swarming the store, appearing to be in search of someone.
When he called for backup, other people come in, and that's when I start to leave.
But Warren King says he didn't get far from the exit before being tackled to the ground by a federal agent and placed under arrest. The 19-year-old is now left with scars, both physical and mental.
I'm telling them I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm here. I'm legal. I'm born here. So they didn't try to hear none of that, though.
It all apparently stems from this collision captured on video at nearby 105th and Avenue N, showing Border Patrol agents in this white truck crashing into a red SUV Tuesday morning. It happened following a chase that residents say circled the neighborhood for nearly 30 minutes after Homeland Security says the driver, an alleged undocumented immigrant, rammed into their agent's vehicle. Deployed tear gas soon enveloped the crowd that gathered in protest, some of them throwing items at agents, including eggs. Video shows one teenager being detained. Tonight, their attorney says they are an American citizen and have since been released. As for the crash, DHS says 2 undocumented immigrants were arrested. King tells me he sat with both of them in a car for hours before he was released.
They just accepted their defeat, It wasn't no talking and a back between both of them, and they knew each other. I just graduated high school, so they could come from literally anybody, and that's not right.